this season of the years to come.
Yeah, as James mentioned, Porto are close to agreeing a deal with Arsenal to sign Kivior. The proposal is for a loan with an obligation to buy in a package worth £26 million. It looks like Zinchenko is going to be on his way out as well. But I mean, looking at those options there, Dan, and then looking at how many games they miss through injury, maybe, like James says, they do actually need him. And when you look at, defences win you titles, don't they?
Yeah, Arsenal are leaving no stone unturned this year. They're really going for it. I think if they don't win it now, then there's going to be huge pressure on Mikel Arteta. They've backed him. They've spent a load of money. They've got every position covered. But yeah, I mean, you look back at Liverpool a couple of years ago, they lost Van Dijk for the season. They had a poor season. You look at City last year, their defence was all over the place with injuries, chopping and changing players every week. And then, again, you go back further, you look at that Chelsea team with Carvalho, Terry, Gallas. It was super powerful, super strong. So, yeah, defences do win you titles. And like I say, I think this year could be Arsenal's year if they get that signing. And to be honest, it's one out, one in. So Jakub Kiwior's going out. They're just going to replace him. So just for big money, that's the only difference.
Yeah, so that's Arsenal's defence. Now, one player who shone on the weekend is Max Dowman, 15 years old. Now, Dan, you're obviously the under-18 coach at Watford. Just first of all, with a player like Max Dowman, is it tricky when you look at him at 15 years old, playing in the Premier League, doing what he's doing? For the player, is it a tough decision whether to stay at Arsenal, to sort of stay there because he's been there for a while and he's now making a slow progress into the first team, or to already at 15 years old be looking, actually, I can go and get regular Premier League football somewhere else? Is he sort of stuck in a position where it's difficult to decide what to do you think?
No, I don't think. Look, I believe he's ready to play, but I don't think going on loan to a Premier League club now is the right option. I think staying around the group, getting game time for Arsenal, which he will, under the guidance of Mikel Arteta and the coaching staff there, probably still living at home with his parents, I believe. I think it's all set up for him just to carry on that road. It's similar to Phil Foden. They never let Phil out on loan, and in the end, he just had to bide his time. He had Kevin De Bruyne, David Silva, learning from the very best in the world. That's exactly what he's doing. So he's going to be learning from Odegaard, Eze now coming in, Declan Rice, and they're all going to look after him. It was Jack Wilshere, probably the last youngster that went on loan. He had a season at Bolton in the Premier League, if I remember. And I guess that was obviously the right move for Jack. Ended up having a fantastic career. But for Max now at 15, he's still so young. Yeah. Still so young.
God, he is so young, 15 years old.
Crazy.
Yeah, it is. And obviously, as an under-18s coach, I suppose Max Dowman is this. You just know when a player is that good, they just stand out way above the rest.
Oh yeah, it's easy to see. He would bypass. Well, he's bypassed the 18s. I wouldn't envisage him actually playing a game for the under 18s. To be honest with you. I know he's been with the first team training for the last year or so, which is even more incredible. But now everyone's just starting to see what he is and what he's capable of. And do you know what it is? It's making Ethan Nwaneri go under the radar. It's making Lewis Skelly go under the radar. And they're still so young, but have been performing excellently. But this kid is.
How about Arsenal? Because they're the highest net spenders in the Premier League, but are they potentially not done yet?
They're not done. Piero Hincapié, the highly rated Ecuadorian centre-back from Bayer Leverkusen, has been there for 4 years, part of their invincible season to win the Bundesliga title under Xabi Alonso just 2 years ago. Arsenal talks over a loan with an obligation to buy. So the likelihood is the accounting for this will go on to next season's accounts, but it is an area, that left-sided centre-back on the pitch, that Arsenal want greater reinforcement, greater quality, and that comes on the back of Jakub Kiwior, very, very close to a deal being agreed to move to Porto. That's a loan with an obligation to buy of around £20 million. That will work out as the same sort of figure that Arsenal actually paid back in 2023 for the Polish defender. For Arsenal, though, outgoing's key for them. They're looking to offload the likes of Alex Zinchenko, Fabio Vieira, Reece Nelson, Sambi Lokonga between now and the close of the window. But they're not done. I mean, it's an incredible window for Arsenal. Arsenal fans very excited.
Yeah, it really is. And it might not have ended there either.
Piero Hincapié is poised to join Arsenal. having made it unequivocally clear that the Gunners are his sole preference amid the ongoing transfer negotiations. The defender's resolute stance leaves little doubt about his commitment, which in turn alleviates potential complications regarding personal terms. This strong preference signals that Arsenal's progress in talks with Bayer Leverkusen is primarily focused on reaching an agreement between the clubs rather than addressing the player's demands. As Arsenal advances in discussions with Bayer Leverkusen to secure Hincapié's signature, the smooth nature of negotiations concerning personal conditions is expected to expedite the transfer process. The player's insistence on joining Arsenal, coupled with his readiness to agree to terms without issue, positions the Gunners favorably in finalizing the deal. Consequently, the focus now rests on resolving the financial and contractual arrangements with Bayer Leverkusen, as both clubs aim to conclude the transfer swiftly, fulfilling Arsenal's ambition